something going here. It is game 2, and Mineski obviously 1 game away from elimination. They need to do something here to get back into this one. And some very interesting picks. Obviously, a lot of push coming out from the Mineski team. You have the Luna, you have the Jakiro, you have the Death Prophet. So taking buildings might be easier this game than what we saw in the last game, Trent, I would assume.
I guess the support duo kind of suffers from the same problems once again, though. We had this idea of, remember when they actually hit the disruptor, a glimpse into the hook, and the crowd's like, oh! And it's like, that's just 2 supports killing someone. Like, if it makes you go, oh! And like, it's a huge play every time, that's probably not a good sign for your support duo.
Yeah.
And once again, now we have hooks into like Ice Path, so it's a little difficult to execute. And the core Phoenix, this has been something that I've heard discussed a few times in terms of like the best way to run this hero right now. So seems like some of the spammers feel like it's a little bit better in a core role rather than support. You can be a bit greedier with the spell lamp.
And well, then tell me about the itemization. What do you think you would see out of an Ice Phoenix?
I think the Midas is definitely still possible, and all the levels really help, right? It just builds you up in towards like that 40% XP gain, or you can, even better, you get the Spell Lamp then into the 60 Fire Spirits, right? So you get like a Midas in your Veil, and you're just amping everybody up. But we'll have to see how he wants to go about it.
Yeah, we'll see how he can handle this off lane. They're going to deal with Ace right now. They're going to try to take the rune. It looks like they're going to be successful in doing so. Ace not really trying to deal with this because the rest of his team is up at the top lane also contesting, so it's going to be 2 per side, it looks like. And this is going to be the Fata Tidehunter. Fata's had a great tournament so far, I would say, and I think this game as well, he'll do pretty well in this Tidehunter in this offlane role.
Yeah, he'll be battling up against basically the Phoenix Egg in terms of like team fight control. He's in a little bit of a battle right now.
This is a lot of hero. Okay, see you later. I'm out of here. There's no Ice Path, but they have the Lucid Beam, of course. And Mushi will stop it, and Fata will go down and feud First Blood away. That instant reaction to just TP out, unfortunately, a good presence of mind from Mushi.
Oh, but
they will get the kill bottom onto Ice. So both offlaners are going down in the start of this game. Very interesting.
Yeah, I mean, you're going for this like creep pull. It's very often they go target Tide at level 1 anyway. You want to get him before he's nice and tanky, before he's the Kraken Shell. But everyone wants to pull the waves right now in Dota as an offlaner. So they just know he's going to try and make that little play, and plenty of damage between those 2 supports. As we talked about the core matchups on the panel, they were just saying that like not very many good options against Tide. The support duo, they went for really high damage early on between the Jakiro and the Pudge, and it pays off there.
Yep. And of course, going the Lunar, or rather the Lucid Beam. Miss out on Lunar Blessing for a minute or 2, but not the biggest deal, honestly. And harassing back Ice, and then the bottom lane, making sure Puppey can start doing some damage here. He has Icarus Dive available, so it shouldn't be too much danger for the most part, but he is taking a lot of damage. This is the good thing about this hero. He does actually a lot of right-click damage at the beginning of the game, and he is just pushing this Phoenix out of lane. Puppey is just standing and delivering. And Ice is forced to Icarus Dive away at the last second, and he only has 3 tangos to work with on top of all that.
Yeah, there's no salve left here for him. Phoenix, of course, notoriously low armor. And so just a little melee support like this, Wraith King able to bully him quite a bit. Easy game, and his life's not going to get any easier on the Phoenix either, right? You imagine, oh, there's a hook on a Yapzor
nice
on top.
Hook. There's the dual breath. Yapzor in trouble. Diving deep is Mushi. Lucid Beam secures the kill, and that's just, you find that hook, it's that easy for Mineski.
Nicely done there, but no, I was going to say Ice. If he actually gets an egg off, you can imagine this game. Ace not really concerned about Fire Spirits, right? He can maybe just, if he has to, he can ult, try and take down the egg to save the rest of his team. He can just purge off the Fire Spirits, and there's no one else, no problem. So he's going to be needing that backer from the Jakiro on the actual Phoenix egg ultis. Yapzor's going to return top when Fata's surrounded.
Yeah, he might be in trouble again. He wants to find jabs, but instead he's getting run at by Mushi as well as Ninja Boogie, continuing to pump out the damage with the dual breath. Illuminate will come through, almost clips onto Ninja Boogie, but avoids it at the last moment. And they just, I guess Yapzor just wants to be up here to keep Fata as safe as possible.
Oh, hello, Jabs.
Yeah. Oh, missed the hooks. Very close.
Meanwhile, bottom.
They've got the Wraith Fire Blast. There's the Icarus Dive away. And I mean, at the very least, though, Ice isn't getting much in this bottom lane. 2 last hits for now. Even Fata's getting more, and he died earlier on in the game, so.
Jeez. I know our tournament theme is like the Revolutionary War and whatnot. I know we've gone back in time, but mid lane is a 1v1. What is happening?
Yeah,
Can you believe this?
What is this
It's actually
world?
just 2 heroes mid this whole time.
I don't know what's going on.
We've done it. We've moved the map. Jab's top will deny himself. He wants to just head on back home.
Now that you've said that, I'm sure somebody will rotate mid, but for now it is just mid 1 versus Nana.
I just wanted to remind them, you know.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. Keep them on their toes.
Well, that will be the 1 versus 1 matchup for now. Again, a lot of it is because they want to push out this Tidehunter and deal with, of course, the Phoenix in the bottom lane as well. And just a little bit of action. 1-2's the score. And both safe laners just farming and doing pretty well. Both mid laners are farming and doing pretty well. So just not too much happening other than a couple of kills here and there across the map.
Puppy, now that there's actually a few more levels on top of the Phoenix, can't really play quite as aggressive there. Instead, he's happier to just farm up a little bit with some pulls, get some gold from self-camp on the boots. And Fanta also playing a little bit more aggressive here too. So the supports have fallen off a little bit. They did their little bit of work there to create a little bit of breathing room for their carries. And then I guess we'll be watching for those rotations. Look for that first big eclipse from the Luna. And then Ace is just kind of trying to get to 6. And without the support in lane, that is a little bit easier.
So the exorcism as well for Mineski. The push timing, I wonder, I mean, you wait for that level 6, hopefully you have a couple of points into liquid fire, and then you start trying to take down towers. I mean, do you want to try to push the tempo in this game as Mineski try to get down as many towers as you possibly can in the beginning of the game?
Yeah, I'd say so, right? They want to take some earlier fights, especially if Ravage is ever down. That's probably when they're going to look to capitalize. So we'll be having those little battles and timings between Ravages and Exorcisms, and just playing maybe in one lane with the Jakiro if Ninja Boogie gets a little bit of space, and then the rest of the team can be elsewhere. Down bottom.
That is a solo kill. Ace just jumped in, got the pounce off, dark packed.
Looks like it was either still on cooldown for the dive, or he's just a bit late. Top lane, hook there from the slow.
Yeah, they've got him. They have the Lucent beam available. Fata taking a lot of damage already. The Rod doing some work. This should be a kill. Fata not really getting any help. They rotate Puppy. There's not much he can do there. He has just to stand and watch.
Had no mana ready there for the stun, so Caudle can't really be reactive in those situations, and even the TPing Wraith King is a little, you know, it's not a Nyx Assassin or a Lion or someone with an AoE stun. He just kind of shows up and can throw one skull at somebody.
No real defensive supports, honestly, in this game. You have the Sunray rather later for the Phoenix, but that's neither here nor there. So
I like his quick rotation though. He just immediately heads in towards the mid lane, puts down a good ward, hasn't been spotted by anyone, and continues his trek across the map here from Puppy.
Ice is having a pretty rough time in this bottom lane, let me tell you. He did get the Fire Spirits on Ace, but he's just going to back up, regen up a little bit.
Look how aggressive he's playing though. But now it's all for naught as Slark gets 6.
And let me just regen real quick, and okay.
See if they can force the dive here, right into Puppy.
Puppy,
a nice
he came all the way around it. They've got it, and that's an easy kill for Ace. He does it on his own. He gets the pounce off, he gets an auto attack, the dark pack. It's more than enough to get the kill.
Had the backup just in case, but not even needed.
So Ice getting a couple of deaths in that bottom lane, not getting much in terms of CS. Fata still 20 CS. He's getting close to 6 as we speak. Mid one and Moon, aka Nana, they're doing about evenly in this mid lane, 27 CS for both of them. Jabs hasn't found too much, only a couple of kills in the top lane, but that's about it. It's a 3-3 kill score for now. Feels like it's going pretty well for Secret. Ninja Boogie's gonna go for the TP, the Illuminate's gonna come through, but no way to cancel that TP as there's no Wraith King with a stun there. And Jabs was looking for a hook at the mid lane, can't find it on the mid one, and he will continue to farm.
Bottom lane again. Ice just still level 4, still trying to play pretty close here, but he just can't put that same threat on top of the Slark anymore at all. Very dangerous situation. Highly likely that Fata's going to be one to crack 6 first.
Speaking of 6, the level 6 comes out for the Death Prophet, holding the skill point currently for Nana. I would imagine he wants to use this exorcism pretty soon if he does skill it up early on, but might hold the point still. Top lane, I think...
Yeah, nothing happening right now. We do have the 6 on the Luna though, so they're trying to create this threat here as Jabs rotates in, but there is a ward up on the high ground there, so they spot his rotation.
Puppy and Ice going toe-to-toe, looking for the Fire Spirits. He's able to Icarus dive away in the meantime. He gets out of trouble, and Fata gets back to his own Tier 1 tower as Jabs was looking for an angle with a hook. But they do have a defensive ward on the high ground, Secret do, so they've spotted out a lot of these rotations from Mineski in terms of diving under this Tier 1 tower in the top lane.
Oh, he doesn't know though, he's just charging.
Yeah, so, oh my god, he actually barely got out of there. They will try to maybe steal the stack with a liquid fire coming in from Ninja Boogie, and the Illuminate gets a couple of the last hits for Yapzor. He's already getting some decent farm. 18 last hits for this support keeper of the light, Yapzor in the top lane.
Oh, and look at this, level 7 Nana still holding the point here, and you know what they want to do right now for Mineski.
Yep.
Start brute forcing this one down.
He has the Exorcism now. There's 3 heroes in this top lane. They've de-warded as well, and here comes the Glyph. Can they fight this? There's no Ravage on Fata. They'll Illuminate, and that makes it so hard. Look at the Illuminate damage. They have to back up for now.
And that's going to give you Ravage now because of those creeps too.
And Fata now, with the threat of the Ravage, I'm not sure if Mineski want to push into this too much further. And they might just back off. This Exorcism is still going for now, but there's not much left in terms of the duration.
And look at the commitment from the side of Mineski versus Secret, right? It's just a blast from Yapzor, and that's it. Push them all back. Slark's farming bottom, Medusa's farming mid. In fact, Slark
pounced. He pounced.
They're trying to do it again, right? Where they set it up into a stun from Puppy, but not quite there once more.
Puppy has done actually a lot of work on this Wraith King. He's roaming around. He's been involved in a couple of kills, but he doesn't have his level 6 yet. Obviously, still a little bit low. He's only got boots for now, but
honestly, it feels surprising that he even has this many levels. He's just been kind of hanging around, I guess, a bit onto Ace now that Ace has that level 6. He feels a little bit better about leeching here.
Yeah.
Like you'd think Yapzor might even have a bit more, right? Just a little bit greedier on the Caudle, but he's cleaning up a couple camps here. And camps and stacks, probably going to be a little bit of the story of the mid game here, as we do have a Medusa, we have a Caudal, and we have a Luna. So everyone's stacking Ancients, farming some creeps.
We'll be waiting for those long cooldowns, and otherwise it's going to be just a lot of farming here for the most part. And we'll see with that Ravage. They did go for the Phase Boots onto Fata. He also has Soul Ring, so that's the new common build. The Phase Soul Ring isn't wearing the off lane. And this Tide Hunter is looking to put some damage here in this top lane. So, Trent, where do you commit this Ravage? What do you do with Fata here now that he's level 6? Where do you try to find a fight?
Oh, his buddies aren't really ready. Slark takes a little while to come online. Maybe one of the downsides of this hero. We don't see him too much anymore, but he really wants that Shadow Blade. Doesn't really want to move to the lane until he has it, especially if he just has a nice, happy time. Sometimes maybe you're forced out, right? There's too much pressure in the lane or something, and you either have to go jungle a little bit. It used to be one of the benefits of Iron Talon for this hero, or otherwise you have to try and set up a gank with your supports. In this game, he's happy. He's totally fine down here. No threat at all from a Phoenix, so he's just going to slowly work on that. And Fata's in the same situation top. Feels safe enough with the Phase Boots and kind of protects himself with the threat of Ravage.
TPs, Dark Packs, they have the Supernova and Icarus dive, and now they're reinforcements coming from Mineski. Supernova coming out, and Puppey is in trouble, so too is Ace. He's got to pop the Shadow Dance. Look at those blocks from Jabs. Can Ace get out the hook? Just misses, and he's got the pounce ready. The Icarus dive coming through. They're diving the tower, the Dark Pack coming in, and they get the kill. A double for Mushi with the Lucent Beam coming at the tail end of the engagement. What a great bait coming out from Ice to dive over to the rest of his team.
Sometimes with offlaners, you can kind of tell when they're baiting plays like that because maybe they play super safe the rest of the time, right? And you're like, okay, why is this guy suddenly so close to me? Like, why has he just been doing this? And you kind of get tipped off a bit. But Ice has just been on top of the Slark the whole game, even at like 10% HP or something like that. So it's not unusual for him to be in a place that maybe looks more like a bait. And that time, very good rotation coming in there from the Luna and the Pudge, cleaning up and really helping out that lane.
Yeah, 2 big kills, getting Ice back into it. They drop a ward, mid one, very close to getting hooked by Jabs. Jabs still trying to chase, trying to find it. Good juke from mid one. Now Puppey rotating in. They get off the Mystic Snake, and Ace is here, and they want to clean up at least one of these, and they will get Jabs. He might deny himself. No, Illuminate clips him. He's done. Very nice kill there. Looking for Ice, but again, has the dive ready. No Supernova, trying to fight onto Puppey. Puppey's trying to bait this a little bit, but there's not much he can do. Wraith Fire Blast coming out. Now he's going to run. Ace is here with the pounce, but there's the Icarus dive, and he will be fine. He'll go for the TP, and he will be able to make it safely away.
Well, and just making a little bit of space for Mushi here. They're going to get that vision in deep. They've got it in both parts of the jungle here, kind of spot what the Medusa's up to, and allow Mushi to feel safer on farm. Meanwhile, TP away there. Maybe trying to force a Ravage there as Ninja Boogie exits out of that top lane, but Fata not going to throw it.
It's important to know that Mushi did get that double kill in the bottom lane. So now, not only is he super farmed, he's got a Mask of Madness. He also gets those 2 kills, and he is now top of the net worth by about 100 ahead of mid one, who is on that Medusa. And they have a lot of stacks. You can see the Ancient stacks that Nana just walked by. So they're setting up to have a very good late game here for Mineski with this Luna picked up now.
Yeah, the two of them feeling quite delirious there, Luna and Medusa, as they go mad with farm here.
I mean,
and respective side. So who wants to get aggressive? Can I get some heroes, crossing the river here? Are we just gonna? I think we're just gonna do this the whole time.
Yeah, there's gonna be a lot of stacking and farming, and it's just gonna be great. It's gonna be a good old time. They'll take the stacks for the Death Prophet. Mushi sitting bottom. I think he wants to maybe make something happen. They actually have a decent ward that'll spot vision onto the Slark here in a moment, of course, onto Puppey.
Yeah, we haven't even talked about that yet, though, but you're placing these deep wards, and it's up against the Slark. So he's kind of moving from camp to camp, and he goes, oh, hey, where'd my ulti go? So easy for the supports to come through. And D-ward really helps out in the overall team economy, too, because you're not missing as many sentries.
Now they're TPing up, looking for Ninja Boogie, who's dropped an Macro Pyre. He is in some serious trouble. And he's doing a lot of damage to Ace, but good Ice Path, one more auto attack.
Dude, the space.
There it is. Yeah, some space creation for sure.
In the meanwhile, though, as they have all this vision on these heroes while they're chasing around the Jakiro, that allows them to rotate fully around the tower, completely encircled, and that makes any sort of a defense here from Secret pretty much impossible. You want this Caudal to maybe show up and try and start blasting away the wave, but you just can't do that up against this Luna as well as the Egg.
And they still have yet to use Ravage on Secret. Obviously, like you talked about, they want that Shadow Blade for the Slark. And he's very close. In fact, he should have enough money for it here with the Claymore now up and ready to go. He will buy it. It's in his stash. Mid one, in the meantime, is pushing pretty well into this tier 1 tower in the mid lane, and Nana has to force him back. But Mineski, they're starting to get a footing in this game. They have 6K on this Luna. They're starting to get some towers in the bottom lane. It's starting to come together for this Dire team here, Trent.
Yeah, we'll see if they can keep that up by putting this pressure and rotating into towards the mid lane. Their own tower is low, as you were just pointing out, so they wouldn't mind now transitioning from the Radiant jungle in towards that mid, try and put some pressure, at least force those rotations, and then they could maybe get someone up top too to try and deal with Fata.
They found the hook. Mid one going to get caught. They've got the Cool Breath, Macro Pyre, Sunray, Ice Path, everything used to get the kill, and they will find it.
Oh,
Dead for 50 seconds
too.
into the Exorcism. We saw the same exact move last game to try to take this tier 1 tower.
They know Fata doesn't have enough mana to do anything. He can't like TP in and Ravage or anything like that, so he's kind of forced to keep pressuring this, and Ice's Ice feels confident enough to just come up here, but we'll see if that's his undoing here with the newly unveiled Shadow Blade.
Yeah, Ice needs to be careful. They will take that tier 1 tower. In the meantime, there's the Gush. He's got the dive. The Ravage is there. They got the kill. Nicely done from Secret. Can they get out, though, is the question. TPs are canceled, and only Jabs is there. Now they can turn back around and look for this tower or for Jabs. And we'll see if that's going to be the case. I'm not sure how long Secret want to stay now. They're just going to back up for now.
Yeah, maybe not an ideal Ravage because all you're getting is a Phoenix, but he also knows that Exorcism just went down. So that's a time that Mineski's not going to want to be aggressive. So that's the time you want to use your Ravage. It's highly unlikely that they're going to be able to do something really active with the Exorcism in the 10 seconds between that and the Ravage. It's actually about 30, but still. It's a good play from Fata, I think.
Yeah, just get a single kill.
Trying to enable your Slark a bit more right after that Shadow Blade, getting the Echo Saber.
Gives more room for Medusa as well to farm in the jungle. Still sticking a net worth, and again, Mushi, we know how good this guy is at farming. He continues to do so. 7.8k net worth, and he continues to get his next item. He actually went for the Dragonlance first instead of going for something like a Yasha into a Mantis style, so he'll grab that and have some extra tankiness and range to work with on the Luna.
Meanwhile, it'll be the Force Staff first there from mid one, so he'll be hopping away there. Helps out against Pudge, helps out against Phoenix. Just get yourself away from the egg. And maybe even saving some allies from some of those follow-ups from Jakiro or something.
He might need it. Mid one now down to the low ground. The hook just missing Jab. So close. Not quite, though.
Yeah, a bit risky there with the Mask of Madness, but extra move speed had he got caught. Maybe he can't get off his ultimate or something like that and just gets bursted down. But they will continue their push in the bottom lane here. Every threat available for the Dire except for Exorcism, which means DP's not even going to bother showing up. She's going to push over mid lane.
We talked about Yasuo, but he does have a full Force Staff. Ace almost caught by another hook there. Macro Pyre dropped down, but yeah, again, Yasuo, we haven't seen him too much, but he's just been farming in the jungle, it feels like. He's a full Force Staff, now working on an Aghanim Scepter for the Keeper of the Light. And they need that Force Staff. Zero's alive. The Icarus dive coming in. They've got the Supernova available. The Wraith Fire Blast. The tower hits, and he just gets it off. Ice, ice, ice. Maybe one tick away.
Oh, calculated. Yeah, he totally knew.
Yeah.
Not a worry in the world.
100% fine.
Meanwhile, Death Prophet.
Yeah,
almost gone on, but her ultimate just appears.
Puppey, he does have the reincarnation to work with. They're going to keep blasting here. Now Fata's TPing in. No Ravage available still here for a moment at the very least. Now Ace coming to the back lines. They take down the tower. Jab's in trouble. Illuminate coming in. Mushi now looking for an Eclipse potentially. They pop the Exorcism. Ace is trying to run away. He's split from the rest of his team.
He's dragging them all.
Yeah, and here comes Fata coming right back and still no Ravage. Ice, ice, ice using his Icarus dive. They've got to leave. There's the Wraith Fire Blast. Phoenix in trouble. Good Ice Path, but Ice, ice, ice still in trouble. Illuminate will grab the kill. Can they find more? Good TPs out from Mineski, so they don't lose too much there, but they will still lose 2 heroes in the process.
Running away with Exorcism, not generally a good sign. I guess maybe they thought they were going to have more severe losses or something like that, so she popped it as a threat.
Haste rune at the perfect time, but Ace does have the pounce. He's going to hit it. They need the heroes to get here in the meantime. There's going to be the Spirit Siphon. They get the silence off, and they would have used the Ravage perhaps there to secure that kill, but the Haste rune gets him out of trouble. Still, though, Secret will move towards this tier 1 tower in the mid lane to try to take this down. The Glyph will go. They'll drop the Macro Pyre. They don't have Exorcism. Ravage is back up. TP's coming in from Ice, Ice, Ice. They're trying to Ravage. There it is, and they'll drop it onto 3. They've got Fata in deep. They're going to use the hook. It misses completely from Jab. Now Puppey's still with the reincarnation. Fata getting low. The Sunray now missing as he gets forced away. Puppey's going to use that reincarnation here in just a moment, and they will get Fata as well. He's going to get dropped down for 45. Dismember is there, and Secret are backing. Puppey's been left alone. The Ice Path coming in. The Spirit Siphon on top of it. Illuminate. Oh, Yapzor blew away that poor freaking Jakiro.
Still a little bit of a rebate there. Oh, top. Slark chasing.
Can he get this? The Shadow Blade comes out. He's got the Eclipse.
Oh,
there's
like
the Dark Tag.
Trying to fake it.
Lucy Beam coming in, and Ace. I don't know if he's going to chase this, and he will not now that the rest of Mineski are on their way with reinforcements.
Yeah, you can see Mushi well prepared for this match. He's kind of used to it. Trying to pump fake the ultimate a little bit there with the Eclipse, trying to force out the Shadow Dance from the Slark. But Ace also holding his nerve there. And they'll both just walk away. And we do have that Midas now complete for the Phoenix. They'll go for the GPM, so he wants that Mad Cash to go with his Midas.
Now this is where he starts getting real scary, getting those big items, something like a Sheep's Card, for example. But a couple of good moments there, Trent. They keep their tier 1 tower alive for Mineski. They start getting a lot of items. They get a couple of kills from Mushi. He continues to farm up. This is starting to get pretty good, but there is still a 2K advantage for Secret, interestingly enough.
Yeah, they now shift the momentum a bit, though, in terms of the ultimates. So there's a pretty big gap now between the Exorcism and the Ravage, and they could maybe consider using Exorcism for Roche.
In trouble, trying to get for a hook spot to save him. Doesn't look like it's going to be there. Japs doesn't even go for the hook save, as he knows he's dead already, and Yapzor will clean that kill up.
Yeah, Yapzor was really starting to pick it up. He was a little bit low to start, maybe less so than he usually is on these greedier supports, but he's finding that space now. And as his Slark starts to move around, maybe angling a bit more for kills, that means that he can find those empty lanes. He just kind of show up there, push, hide in the trees, push again, and push himself in towards the Aghanim Scepter. He's going for the, I guess what you consider standard at this point, 4-step into the Aghanim Scepter. Definitely popularized most by GH.
Yep. While he's doing this, and while, of course, Ace is looking for kills,
he just yules for the last hit. What a baller.
That's classic.
Yeah. But he's apologizing to the creep. It's, you know,
he really loved that Sorry chat wheel. And let me tell you, there's the get ready from Sumail and then Sorry from
I prefer the whoops from
Whoops.
Fata. Yeah, he's
Mushi's about to maybe have a whoops. They need a stun. They don't have it. They won't be able to get the kill. And nobody in the vicinity, and Puppey, of course, not there in time for a Wraith Fire Blast. So good attempt. But and mid one has just kind of been farming, and while all of this chaos has been happening, he's just been taking stacks. He's been in the jungle for the most part. He is second in net worth, as you would expect for Medusa. And he's 2,000 behind that of the Luna, though. So that is a bit of an issue here for Secret.
Will be smoke time here for old Mineski. No vision there from the Radiant. In terms of what they can see on the map right now, they are pushing the waves in pretty deep. You can see where mid one's sitting, probably kind of guarding a bit. He's like, huh, where is Mineski? Because I'm at their tower.
They were trying to help him. Oh, they missed the pounce. And he gets the force to the low ground as well. He's going to make it out. Everybody else was top, and now they're going to try to chase down mid one, who's in a lot of trouble. He's got a Hurricane Pike to use. They're going to try to silence him up. There's the Sunray coming through. Good Hurricane Pike against Ice, but the Yule Scepter is there for Nana, and this should be a kill. He does have the ultimate. He will pop it, but he's going to try for the TP. I'm not sure he's going to make it through. He will. Oh, mid one somehow makes it out with a beautiful play with that Stone Gaze.
Wow, he held the Yules for so long until he knew the Pudge was in range. He's like, okay, I've got my Pudge now, so I don't have to worry about any sort of a TP straight away from Medusa, but sadly Pudge not able to get through with that Stone Gaze.
That was perfect timing. So both carry players avoiding a gank narrowly, but they will survive and continue on here. And in terms of carry items, we have a Manta Style coming first for the Luna, and mid one working on another item of his own. And we'll see how this game shapes up. We haven't yet seen Roshan. Maybe this changes right now as Mineski are heading into the pit, as I say that, so.
We have Exorcism possibilities. We have Ravage as well, though, from the Radiant. So yeah, we're just 5-on-5 Dota, but good vision here from the Dire. They spot exactly what the Radiant are up to.
There is Ravage available.
You would love to try and burst down Ice, but obviously a very difficult target.
This Exorcism is done. They're going to be able to get off Ravage. Maybe, no, not in time. And that will be the Aegis claimed by Mushi and the Eclipse. That's the great reincarnation used at the very least. Puppey's just going to be the martyr for the cause, it looks like. Nate, they're going to try to fight this. They'll take down the Shakir with the Illuminate. Now coming in, Ravage coming out. They've caught Nana. He can't get out of the pit at this point, and he's going to fall. He'll use himself up for now. The buyback coming in, that'll be from Ninja Boogie, but it's still 2 dead already from Mineski. Icarus Dive coming through from Ice. They've lost Fata on the Radiant side, but Ace is still there along with mid one. They want to continue to chase. They've got the Echo Saber. They've got the pounce. They've got the kill. A double for Ace, who is now dominating, and they somehow clean house. They're looking for Mushi. Great force from mid one. The Hurricane Pike, though, from Mushi, pushing him back and keeping him safe, and they cannot find that Luna, who does have the Aegis. He will make it out unscathed, but for the most part, a great fight for Secret there.
Felt really greedy from Mineski. Just trying to tempt that when they know the ultimates are all up. I guess they just had way more confidence in their own team fight in the pit, but not able to grab Fata when he kind of moved in there right away with the Wraith King, kind of slowing things down, and then that allowed them to come back in for the engagement. And still a win there for Secret, despite not coming away with the Aegis.
Now they're starting to gain this advantage, a 4K lead, and things are going to get a lot harder for Mineski, as there's about to be an Aghanim Scepter for this Keeper of the Light here in about 50 gold, which makes things a lot harder in terms of keeping these waves pushed out. We'll see what Mineski can do. Obviously, Mushi's still farming very well, but...
Yeah, he'll have the Manta now for the blind from the Caudal, which is always nice, but even that might not save you, right? Sometimes you Manta a bit earlier on in the fight, and plus he's just going to be being bounced around by the Blinding Light. Could put you into a precarious position here. And we also haven't even talked about the fact that the farm increase that can come out now, right? Yapzor can be pulling people across the map, keeping his Medusa well farmed, maybe keeping up some easy ancient stacks with the constant ultimate form of the Illuminate.
Maybe this is where map control comes into play as well. Getting that split pushing going like you were talking about, dragging people across with the recall, and just keeping the waves pushed out as much as possible.
Another kind of awkward game for Jabs. Just doesn't, the Pudge doesn't feel like it's quite on the same level as a lot of the other position 4 heroes that we're used to seeing in competitive Dota.
Right.
Can be successful early, can bully a lot with the rot, but it's so hard to make these mid-game plays.
There's been a lot of missed chances with this hook. Trying to find ace this time. Spirit Siphon, Yule Scepter. This should be a kill with this member. Maybe they've got the blinding light. Fada coming in. Hook will just miss, and ace will make it out. And now Mineski, they need to back up themselves, get towards their shrine. But ace has been saved by Secret.
Yeah, Blinding Light is just so insanely good these days.
Yeah.
It's one of the most versatile spells that you can use. You can use it for big saves like that. You can use it to like catch someone who's still trying to run away. And it's on a really short cooldown. 16 for now, but then once it gets a little higher, it'll also get up to 12. So excellent play from Yapzor. And he can also be just saving with Force Staff if he wants to too.
Yeah. Yapzor making some plays here. What is Fada building? He looks like he's trying to build into either a Force or Blink next, one of the two. And looks like he has a pipe done. I think the Courier's bringing it out now. It'll keep things a little bit easier for him to survive against a lot of this magic damage. But Blink Dagger, Blink Ravage, he knows he needs it. He knows he needs the initiation power. And we'll see if he can't find something with it.
Yeah, drums in the pipe. He almost hits 500 MS when he's moving around with the phase boots on. So doesn't need that mobility item quite yet, but he's really looking to get into it.
Puppey trying to de-ward. They have another sentry to work with. Even though Nana took one down, they're still going to get de-warded one way or the other. And Secret are going to back off. I mean, they want to wait out the Aegis, I feel like, for the most part. And it's still a couple minutes before that is gone. And they could just continue to farm, continue to create space with Coddle, continue to have the Medusa just sit in the jungle and get up to where she wants to be personally.
Yeah, this hasn't felt too good for Mineski over the past 5 minutes or so. Usually when you get the roast, you feel like you can be the ones pressuring and everything, but they're just not quite at that point. They got a couple items they need to wait on. They want that BKB, especially on the Death Prophet, and then Ice's Ice would not hurt for him to finish out that Shiva's Guard.
It's just so hard to deal with pushing into Yapzor. He just illuminates waves. They have really good wave clear on Secret. There's not much you can do if you're Mineski.
Man, Puppey loves his Helms of the Dominator.
Yeah, I saw
he
he
can't
had
get enough
one,
of this
yeah.
item, honestly. Every hero he plays. Who needs a Blink
He's
Dagger
got the
on
Centaur
support
Conqueror. I
red king?
mean, this Centaur Conqueror is probably going to have some 6 stun or something. They're going to find Ninja Boogie. There's the Gush coming out. Ninja Boogie's going to throw up the Ice Cap. Great Fire Blast. They've got the hook, but they don't want to go on to Fada. That's probably not the target they want. Ninja Boogie's still in trouble. And Mana leaked up, and Ace will come clean this off with an auto attack or two and get himself a mega kill spree. And maybe this leads into a top tower potentially. We'll see.
Yeah, they just commit nothing, and then now you don't want to fight if you're Mineski, even though you have an Aegis. So again, sad times for them. It's about to dissipate too in another 30 seconds. So overall, it's just more Secret Dota, making this look easy.
Yeah, making the right moves across the map. A tier 2 tower will fall. Ace has picked up his BKB along with all the other items coming out for Secret. And, really the hope of Mineski now on Mushi. 17,000 net worth, very farm. But what is he going to be able to do in these engagements? He needs some help.
Again, they're going to just try and force back some heroes here. Seems like they understand that Mineski are waiting on these big items because they're just pressuring and pushing to kind of see what the DP's up to. Try and force these rotations back home. A little bit risky here from Ice. Ice
Nice
bounce backs up.
That was pretty nice from Yapzor. Glyph will go. Aegis is now gone, by the way. You just heard it reclaimed. They're actually going to get the kill onto Ice. They stunned him with a Wraith Fire Blast. The Gush came out, and that was more than enough to secure it. Wow. Now they're going to work in this tier 3 tower. There's going to be a tier 3 tower gone. Perhaps more. Ice does have buyback, but it looks like Secret, they're not scared. They have the Ravage still. Mineski don't want to give the extra sim. They want to try to defend this. Phoenix will buy back finally. There's the Magpire being dropped down. The Illuminate, the heal is so good. The split shot coming through. They've got the Supernova, but there's the Ravage coming out. They're going to find Ninja Boogie yet again, potentially getting low. They take down the egg on the back lines as well. Ninja Boogie will escape for now. Nana trying to man fight as best as possible. This BKB going to work, but now it's down. Here comes the Eclipse, though, getting at least 1 kill. That's but just the reincarnation for now. And Mushi will be next. Manting will not save his life. They'll follow up with a double kill, getting it. Mushi dropped down. And this should be a buyback, and it will be for Mushi. And another kill onto Japs. They've taken the racks. They lose to no one for Secret other than the reincarnation from the Wraith King. And they are trying to finish the series off in style, taking down the full set of racks. They now have a Scotty as well on the Dusa.
And the giant fountain heal here from Yapzor as they go right back in.
Yeah, they're just illuminating like crazy. They'll take another kill. They will hook Mushi back, but he's slowed up, and they're just going to work in the fountain. Will they dive? They're thinking about it. Ace decides not to. Illuminate will come through, and they have to sit in there longer. Yeah, honestly, they get pushed back so long. But it looks like Secret are done bullying Mineski for now. They will TP home onto Fata. They'll clear out the waves and then back themselves up. And again, they lose absolutely nothing, Trent.
just feels like you kind of drop this lineup and you imagine like the best possible things that could happen. You have the Slark who doesn't get really harassed down. He's able to safely and easily get his Shadow Blade. Then he's across the whole map just setting up for easy kills. And then you're allowing your Medusa to just farm, have a nice time. Your Coddle gets some good gold. Wraith King just kind of does his thing. I don't know, he rotates around a little bit during the early laning phase, right? He's just running around with some brown boots and he just picks up this puppy helm. But it hasn't felt like there's been any resistance really from Mineski. It's kind of felt like that both games, honestly. Like it never feels like they're making aggressive moves just a couple times a game.
Now she's in trouble and killed and dead for 93 seconds with no buyback in secret. They're going to try to finish this one off. There are tier 2 towers left in both the mid and the bottom lanes, which is good news. Otherwise, Secret probably try to finish this game off a bit quicker, but they might be able to survive a bit longer for Mineski here. We'll see.
Just feels so like awkward for Mineski. Like, what's your ideal scenario to start a good fight for this team, even in the mid game, right? You just kind of like walk in the jungle and hope you get a good hook. That's the best case scenario,
yeah,
really. You like put up a ward, you see someone farming a camp, and it's some big core. But if that doesn't happen, you have to lead with like an Ice Path or something like that, or maybe a Yules and you just surround the person. But Secret have just outmaneuvered, outplayed, and it feels like just general map control has been the real theme of this series, where the waves are just constantly pushing inside Mineski. They're providing information for Secret, and they just walk around there. And they maybe have the scouting hero this game now for Ace, where he just roams around, does whatever he wants. Invis, just been dominating.
Secret have hit their timings. Like you talked about, the lack of reliable disables for Mineski make this a lot harder. And this is a tough defense. Still no Mushi for 30. Sunray will go. Ice Path, but mid one can continue to siege. From afar, Ace looking for pickoff, but he won't be able to find it, I don't believe, anyway. He's up to the north. Jump in, Ravage from Vata, hitting on to pretty much everybody. The Centaur Conqueror Stomp, they're going to get this kill at the very least onto the Death Prophet. They've already dropped 3, or rather 2. Looking for the third in Ninja Boogie, they will find it. A double kill for Ace, and that should lead into this tier 3, the Rax, and perhaps the game trend.
Yeah, ISS can do nothing but watch. Kind of feels like most of his game, honestly. Didn't feel that strongly about the pick. The Slark is just such a ridiculous count. You can see in so many of the fights, he's just dark acting. He's just going straight on the egg. He's not being like taunted by any of these other heroes or anything like that. It'll just be him and maybe the Coddle punching away on top of the egg, and Ice now struggling at 0, 8, and 6.
So Puppy will be up front. He's got the reincarnation still. Ace is in. There's the Supernova. It's not going to survive for much longer. Ice is dead for 60 seconds. Bushi will pop the Eclipse. Spotted taking some damage, but here comes Ace. They've got the Gush. The pushback from Yapzor. The GG is called. Secret will move on. Mineski eliminated from CD 4.0.
Yep, good luck in the finals, says Ninja.